I think this whole game can be summed up by this one clip. Welcome to Project Zomboid. Recently, in the past years, game devs have focused on making their content as realistic as possible. Most of the time, visuals play a small part in making a game realistic. Project Zomboid, on the other hand, focuses on creating the most immersive gameplay experience possible. Developed by Indie Stone, an indie company based out of the UK and Canada, Project Zomboid is an isometric open-world survival game, combining the best elements of both The Sims and Back 4 Blood.
Up her up, handsome!
Unlike other zombie games that focus on creating constant dopamine to the brain, Project Zomboid emphasizes elements such as survival, resource management, and decision making. On the main menu, you're faced with your first big decision, the difficulty. You have the choices between Survivor, a more combat-heavy playstyle with increased zombies, Builder, a more relaxed experience with fewer zombies, and for the masochists, Apocalypse mode. However, your survival relies entirely on how you decide to play. You have the choices of a preset occupation the game provides for you, which determines how many positive and negative traits you need. Traits are extremely important in Project Zomboid. They either work as a benefit or a handicap, so every strength also requires a weakness to be able to balance it out. And this is where you decide the type of character you want to be. Are you going to be a burglar who specializes in stealth and avoiding confrontation? Or are you more of the Nord gamer lumberjack who goes around resolving problems with an axe rather than words? Whatever you decide, the game starts you out in a luxury that many people can't say they have: a house. But not just any house, a house in Midwest Kentucky. As you loot from room to room, getting as many resources as you can carry, you might notice these funny little guys at the top right. These are your moodles. Moodles are indicators of your character's current well-being, with every action you make either having a positive or negative impact on your character. Rather than just focusing on the basics of survival such as hunger, thirst, and health, the mental state of your character also plays a crucial role, with emotions such as fear, depression, and anxiety having the ability to take a massive toll on your character. Now, one thing you should know about this game is that it hates you. You see, Project Zomboid thrives on bad decision making. The most minuscule wrong choice you make can mean the world of consequences. Zomboid knows this and makes it its goal to entice you as much as possible, and I fall for it every time.
Oh, that guy had a military backpack. That might be low-key worth it. Oh no, 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 no! You know, there were a million ways I could have done that, but I chose probably the stupidest fucking way of going about it.
Now, the camera in this game almost works as a double-edged sword. Sometimes you'll be able to see things that the normal third-person perspectives wouldn't allow you to see. But on the other hand, sometimes the game will trick you into thinking there's only 2 to 3 zombies around the corner, and then immediately conjure a whole horde as soon as you go to engage. Oh my god, I'm dead. Everything in the game is learned by trial and error. It's pretty much guaranteed that you'll end up dying to things that you'd never expect to die to. Mainly because elements such as carbon monoxide poisoning doesn't really play a big role in other video game conflicts. But over time, you'll learn the do's and don'ts of necessary tasks, such as scavenging, base building, and pretty much surviving in general. The zombies themselves always feel like a threat, having one zombie have the opportunity to completely ruin your run.
Oh no. Oh my fucking god. No, bro.
The zombies towards the beginning shouldn't seem like that much of a threat. That's because the real enemy is yourself. Towards the beginning of your world, you're gonna be on edge and be very cautious with your movements. But as you get geared up and more experienced dealing with zombies, those cautious movements will start to get a little more casual. It'll only strike you that you're in a dangerous situation, but at that point it'll be too late. The whole atmosphere of Zomboid is designed to make you feel as lonely as possible. This is done mainly by the use of music. Zomboid's music was composed by Zach Beaver. From the very first time you load up the game, you'll hear unsettling and eerie music that perfectly encapsulates the tone of this entire game. Using a minimalist approach, the ambient sounds and melodies evoke a constant state of vulnerability and tension. As you play, the music will rise as you get spotted or caught by zombies, slowly increasing in volume the more and more zombies gather. If you decide to turn off the music altogether, you'll be left with mostly silence, apart from the sounds of zombies pounding on doors, the wind blowing, and the small actions of your character's movements. The once familiar streets now lay barren, a stark contrast to the vibrant world that existed before the apocalypse. As you explore the empty towns and neighborhoods, you'll find boarded up houses, with dead bodies that either became infected or suffered from self-inflicted wounds. Every house has its own decor and individual story that tells what was happening when the infection broke out. But the main reason why I consider Project Zomboid to be the most immersive survival game on the market stems from the developers making this with the goal of being as realistically detailed as possible. Zomboid ensures that no matter how long you play, no matter how geared your character is, you're always at risk of losing it all and starting back from scratch.